Hello everyone, the Klaus here, and today guys I'm gonna review not really an Hero Factory 2011 set but a combiner model, and it's going to be the combiner model between Breez 2.0 and Stormer 2.0, and of course it doesn't only have any name, but it looks like that, and I'm gonna build it in front of your little eyes right now. So first we're going to begin with the frame. The main difference between a combiner model frame and a normal Hero one is the fact that we're gonna use the two ball joints on this shoulder section, and also the fact that the legs are taller than the normal Hero ones, thanks to the use of a third limb part, as you can see right here clearly. And well, apart from that, we're gonna link the same type of armors on the ball joints thanks to the new system of connection. So first, the legs with some Stormer's armor part, Pretty simple. Like that. Notice also that we also already use the Stormer feet, and the fact that we're gonna use on Breez hands and a connector for the other ones. So now yes, the arms. First, the white one, and here something interesting. We're gonna use the large armor part with the helmet and the accessory part of the Breez head, as you can see, but put in this way, which looks kind of some claws, and it's looking pretty nice in my opinion. Of course, it works thanks to the little system of connections right here. Now we're gonna link the Stormer's nice hose pipe that goes in the ends axle holes, and through this pinhole. Then the other arms, it will be pretty simple because we're gonna use once again the same type of little armor with two spines, but in this way, which is quite cool. And then we're gonna build the weapon. Well, first the shield part from Stormer with his Hero core, which looks just weird, but that's at least they tried something different. Now the weapon axe parts of the two characters, like that, which are linked, of course, in the connector's axle holes. And now the body armor, which is made with, well, one part is the one from Breez and the other one is from Stormer. Then we're going to link this Breez feet, but here on the back, in fact, has some thrusters, kind of some jets, like that. And then link this the printed armor part with some, as you can see, some spear from Stormer. It will be linked on the second ball joint, like that. The same goes for the left one. And we are nearly done. So yes, I just forgot to put the weapon here. Excuse me. Like that. And finally the head, which is in fact the Stormer's head. Nothing really different, it's exactly the same, but notice that we use the Breez head, the red one. And here we go, the model is done. So I'm gonna do a turn around and then of course a little sum up about this combiner model, which is one of the 3 combiners model which can be made with all 6 heroes. And here we go. So first of all, the color scheme. So of course it's mostly lime green and white, kind of the original set. Of course with some blacks and other silver colors. It looks pretty nice and quite original, I have to admit. So yes, quite nice, and the colors mix pretty well together, and they're pretty. I guess they're well mixed. Maybe apart from the blue, which kind of yes, it's not really that pretty, but. Well, apart from this little problem, I think that overall the color scheme is quite right. Then you got the construction, which of course is quite interesting on some points. For example, this the left arms, the right arms, which is quite the right arm, which is interesting. Well, that can be also said for the left one, because this part with the two weapon got a nice shape, I have to admit, and also the thrusters on the back, which just look fine and can be pretty interesting for your Hero Factories mocks. Then you got the articulations, which of course, in fact I have totally forgot to talk about the articulations, but here we go. So for the legs, it's pretty simple in fact, because you got 4 points of articulation, 4 ball joints. So of course it's near perfect, as you can see. Just the foot which will block, as you can see, really quickly. But apart from that, it's near perfection. It's near perfection. So no problems on this point. Then you got the arms. So first the white one, which can turn up to 90 degrees because of the shape of the armors. Also, you have the hands, which can block easily thanks to the hose pipes plus the shape of the armor, kind of like the original Breez set. Even if the hose pipe does not really prevent the range of movement, so it's still okay, even with the hose pipes. It's really the armor which blocks most of the movements. Then you got the left one, which got no armor on this section, so this means it can turn up to this point without any problems. And then you got the shield, which is quite okay. Then the head, which can block easily on the thruster on the back and stuff like that. The thrusters got just in fact 1 ball joint plus this one, which allow you to open or close the thruster, I guess. But you can put it on the back. So overall, the legs are pretty perfect, and the arms have some problems, and the same can be said about the thruster. But well, overall, it's pretty good in terms of articulations. And finally, the overall design, well, it looks fine in my opinion. There was no real big problems. Of course, you have the weapons, the claws on this side, which is just fine, plus the thruster. So overall, it's a good overall design. The color scheme is quite great, and even with some articulation problems, I think it's still a pretty decent original commander model. I think it's one of the most original, in fact, by the way, of all 3 commanders model. I think that's one of the most original. And well, that said, I think that's all, guys. So it's a pretty good one with some nice techniques, an interesting build, some problems in terms of articulations, and maybe in some part of design, but most of all, overall, it's a good commander model. So I can advise you to to put apart your Breez and Stormers and build this commander model, because it's quite interesting. And at least, even if you do not really like the commander model itself, the techniques used can be useful for your own mocks. And I'm gonna finish this review with at least a little pause. So you can really bend his legs, as you can see. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, like that. And that's all, guys. So I hope you enjoy this review, hope you enjoy this commander model. And well, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to ask them in the comment section of this video. I will happily answer them. And with that said, see you later for another video review. Bye bye.